Bayer Leverkusen is the first team we are managing in the Glory Hunter Challenge. And to complete the Glory Hunter Challenge, I need to win the league title and the major cups in each of the top 5 leagues, which are England, Italy, Germany, France and Spain, as well as winning the Champions League, the Europa League and the Conference League. So let's just get straight into the challenge. This is how the Bayer Leverkusen team is looking before we have done anything with it, and I've got to say it's a very strong squad, or at least has a good amount of very good players such as Palacios, Alex Garcia, Patrick Schick, Alejandro Grimaldo as well, and Tillman, who is still very young and has good potential. Bade has good potential as well. Tapsoba is very good. Andrich is in his peak but is 80 rated. However, the team also need a couple of upgrades. We need a new attacking midfielder here on the right to replace Hoffman. And Tella isn't the highest rated player either. Bade as well isn't the highest rated, but it's got decent potential, I do believe. And also Flecken. So depending on our budget, I wouldn't be surprised if I could manage to sign 4 players. Maybe that's a little bit too much, but I will at least sign 2 quality players that will upgrade the team massively. But yeah, look at how many players we have. We don't need this many players in the team. So a lot of players are needed to be sold. And we have made some sales. We have sold third choice goalkeeper Niklas Lomb. We have also sold Terrier to RB Leipzig. Belosian has gone to Cologne. Arthur has moved to Real Sociedad. Jonas Hoffman has moved to Premier League and joined Crystal Palace. Havighorst has joined Lecce. Gulbreth has gone to Sunderland and Schlicht has gone to Le Havre. So we don't have a big squad left, which is good, but we have room to sign a couple of players. And I also decided to release the players who didn't have a face, due to there no point being using them really. So the players who don't have a 2D face here also got released because they were simply not good enough. And I don't really like to have players who don't have a face on the game. But we don't have too big of a budget considering we have sold the amount of players as we do. So it will probably be 2 to 3 players that we will be able to sign. And the first player we have signed in the Glory Hunter Challenge and here at Bayer Leverkusen is current Tottenham Hotspur star, or he was a star at least when he was fit, and that is Dejan Kulusevski, who's been injured for a while now in real life. So it was time for him to switch clubs, switch environment, and he fits that right central attacking midfielder role perfectly. He's our new number 7. He costed us 60 million euros. And Kulusevski's stats look very, very good for that role as well. Yes, he's a central midfielder now, but I hope that he can actually go up in rating once he becomes a central attacking midfielder. And he's got alright pace, good shooting, very good passing and dribbling, and also good physical. He's also got some playstyle, so he will just fit that role perfectly. I also do believe he's got very good stamina. Yes, 91 stamina, so he fits this team extremely well. We need a new goalkeeper as well, and I've picked out the perfect one for our team. We will not be here at Bayer Leverkusen for the long term. We are here to just win the Bundesliga, win the DFB Pokal, and then switch clubs. So Ter Stegen, who is 33 years old in his prime, is the goalkeeper I want to, because he's not too expensive, but he will not drop down in ratings too soon either. But yes, he has moved to clubs to Arsenal already, but I'll just bring him back to the Bundesliga from the Premier League, despite him not having played a game for Arsenal yet, and it will cost around 20 million euros, but his stats are just phenomenal. 33 years old, which means that we will not start to drop down in ratings until he becomes 35. So let's get and sign Ter Stegen. And here is our new goalkeeper, Marc-Andre Ter Stegen. He's back in Germany and has joined Bayer Leverkusen, as Mark Flecken simply wasn't good enough for us. We can't trust a 78 rated goalkeeper if we want to win the DFB Pokal and the Bundesliga. So Ter Stegen, welcome to the club. He costed us around 21 million euros. And as we can see, former goalkeeper Mark Flecken has joined Freiburg, who I do believe he played for earlier as well, and we got a little bit under 10 million for the Dutch goalkeeper. And the last player we will sign in season number 1 here at Bayer Leverkusen is a new right midfielder, and he can play right back, as we can see as well, so he really fits that right midfield spot perfectly, and that is Ritsu Doan. His market value is 32.5 million, and he also got a 32.5 million release clause, which is fantastic because we don't have too much money apart from that. But he's got decent stats, alright pace, Decent passing, very good dribbling. He's not the best going defensively either, but I'm sure that he will do a very good job down that right hand side. And as we can see, 90 agility, 93 balance. He's also got 90 stamina, so he can run for the full 90 minutes. So let's just go and sign Ritsu Doan. And here is our third and final signing of season number 1, and our last bit of transfer activity, as well as we've signed a very good Bundesliga player in Ritsu Doan for 32.5 million from a rival in the league as well. So this is how the Bayer Leverkusen team is looking ahead of this season. We have Marc-Andre ter Stegen in goal, who we of course signed, 33 years old but 85 rated, so he is more than good enough. Bade is our right centre back, Tapsoba is our left centre back, and the club captain is Andrich. Doan, new signing as the right midfielder, looks very, very good. We also have Grimaldo, one of our highest rated players, as well as Schick, but he's just a fantastic left midfielder. Alejandro Grimaldo, Garcia and Palacios are the two central midfielders, both very good with the ball at the feet. Not the best going defensively, although Palacios is actually that by having 81 defending, but they aren't the fastest, but they have very good passing and dribblings to make up for that. Tillman is the left attacking midfielder. New signing, Dejan Kulusevski is the right central attacking midfielder. And then up top is Patrick Schick. And I can see us doing very well this season. Hopefully it is enough to win at least one of the DFB Pokal or the Bundesliga. But our team is looking phenomenal going into season number 1. We also have some decent players on the bench, such as Vasquez, Kwanza, Tape, Fernandez, Masa, Benzegir, Tella, Poku and Kufane as well. Blaswich, Mensa, Echeverri and Sarko. I think Echeverri will just get recalled at some point because he's on loan from Man City, and I don't see him getting game time over Kulusevski, Tillman, Masa, Benzegir. So yeah, he's like the 5th choice central attacking midfielder, so he will probably leave pretty early on. The first game of the season is against Hoffenheim, so hopefully we can get a very good start. By the way, the tactics we are using, it's not the most advanced one. We are just using our 2 attacking midfielders as playmaker and shadow striker. Grimaldo is a wide playmaker, while Doan is a winger. Palacios, deep line playmaker, Garcia box to box, and the defenders are just on the defense, and ter Stegen is on goalkeeper, while Patrick Schick is on poacher because we want him to score most of the goals. So let's just get straight into game number 1 of the Glory Hunter Challenge. Hoffenheim looking to create the first chance here. Lemperle, Andrich making the run behind. Sorry, that was Garcia. Berger, Tapsoba misses the ball completely. Ter Stegen with a good save. A little bit of a messy start here for Bayer Leverkusen. Now the corner from Hoffenheim. Kramaric, Doan clears it out to another corner, and yeah, it's not been the best of start. Berger with the cross towards Bernardo, but the header is absolutely horrible. He can't get any power on it, and maybe we can counter-attack straight away here. Patrick Schick, Tillman is with him, Grimaldo is joining as well. Grimaldo back to Tillman, Tillman with the shot straight. Not the most difficult of save for Baumann to make. Losek getting past Tapsoba, still keeping the pace down the right. Losek, he doesn't want to give it away. He finds Kramaric. Kramaric to Abdullah. Abdullah shoots. Thankfully it's wide. Palacios to Kulusevski. Kulusevski finds Ritsu Doan. Doan with the pass to Schick, but that is just awful from new signing Ritsu Doan. That should have been an easy pass, and it should have been 1-0. Schick's shot is blocked by Bernardo, but we have grown more into the game now. Kulusevski with a good ball to Doan. This time Ritsu Doan, he scores, and it's the 2 debutants in the attack. Dejan Kulusevski finds Ritsu Doan, and it's 1-0, and that is what we want to see from the new signings. Instant impact as Doan scores. We are looking to cause problems down the right again. Doan, this time to Kulusevski, who shoots. I'm a really big fan of what I've seen from our right hand side so far as Grimaldo crosses it in to Schick, but the header is over. Kulusevski looking to find Grimaldo down the left. He does so. Grimaldo with the cross. It doesn't hit Schick as I was aiming for, but we still keep it. We can't get anything from that chance, unfortunately. But instead, Hoffenheim are going up the other end to try and score. Lemperle, he shoots. Ter Stegen with a huge save. Tillman now making the run. Schick is with him in the middle. A decent cross by Tillman. Schick with a wonderful first touch, and he finds the back of the net. as we are now leading 2-0 as Patrick Schick does his trademark celebration. And the cross from Tillman is pretty good, but that is just world class from our number 14. Lemperlia with the good ball to Torre. He cuts inside, he finds Lemperlia, and Hoffenheim has got one back, and it's now a game again. And we are just recircling the ball here, as we are not in any need of first scoring a goal or take the risk to concede. So we are just waiting patiently to find a opener as Grimaldo cuts inside, back to Garcia. Schick has room, so has Kulusevski. Dejan Kulusevski, Baumann with another save. Tapsoba wins the ball high up the pitch. Did not expect him to be there. Ben Seguir with a brilliant ball to Nathan Tella, and he has secured all 3 points for Bayer Leverkusen, and that attack is started by our centre back Tapsoba, winning the ball high up the pitch at Bay Arena. And that is a good goal and an important one, because we get our first 3 points of the save. Hoffenheim still looking to get 1 goal back. The cross is to Berger, who completely misses the target. But that is game over. Bayer Leverkusen 3, Hoffenheim 1. And after 8 Bundesliga games, we are first on the table, as we are leading the league by 2 points over Bayern Munich, who we have up next. So if we win here, we are leading the league with 5 points, so we could have an absolute belter of a start. A loss, however, will see us fall down to 2nd place, but 7 wins and 1 loss in the first 8 games is very, very promising. What about the DFB Pokal? We are still in it, as we beat St. Pauli 3-2, and next up is Bochum. So we have not had the most difficult of opponents there yet. And the Champions League, we are 27th in the league with 2 draws and 1 loss, and next up it's Man City. But yeah, no need to focus on the Champions League, as we have many years to win that. The most important thing with Bayer Leverkusen is to win the Bundesliga and the DFB Pokal. So next up is Bayern Munich. Hopefully we can get a huge win here. If we do, we can definitely see ourselves being in the title race. We are no matter what, but we can definitely put a big mark on it. But we have some fitness issues. Patrick Schick is completely done. Same for Andrik and Bade. And I actually don't have another. Kwanzaa is more fit, so we actually have to start an 18-year-old Tape in the middle of the defense against Bayern Munich, and also 19-year-old Kofani starts up top. So yeah, not the most ideal of situations, considering we are up against Bayern, but we got to make the best of it. Can we pick up all 3 points? Hopefully we can do that at Allianz Arena. And I'm gonna say it, as long as we don't lose, I will be happy even with a draw in this game, because we are away from home. We are currently leading the Bundesliga, so as long as we do that after this game as well, I have nothing to complain about really. But if we can get a goal here, that would be ideal, as Kulusevski tries it from outside the box, an alright attempt. But Musiala now using his pace, but Tapsoba tries to tackle him, we can't, and Harry Kane scores. And yeah, if it's one player in the Bundesliga you don't want to shoot from that position, it is Harry Kane, who gives Bayern an early lead against us, which is a shame. It's not the start we needed. However, we got plenty of time to turn it around, but yeah, we just can't let Harry Kane shoot from that spot. And we just gave Bayern the ball again, and it's been a horrible start for us. And now Luis Diaz is looking to double their lead. Thankfully, Ter Stegen saves it. But this has been a nightmare of a start for us. And Bayern again, thankfully a poor pass from Harry Kane. But yeah, it's not been a good start even after their goal. We haven't really turned it around in terms of momentum. However, now we could maybe do something. Upamecano with yet another stop. A good ball to Luis Diaz. He finds Harry Kane, who finds Luis Diaz again, and Ter Stegen with yet another save. Interesting corner tactic from Bayern, as Kimmich goes inside the penalty spot, finds Pavlovic. Can he get the shot off? He finds Musiala. Kulusevski blocks. Olise gets the ball. Tape wins it, and Tapsoba clears it in an interesting way. Kofane finds Ritsudoan, back to Kofane, to Palacios, looking to find Tillman. He shoots! Neuer saves. Grimaldo with the corner towards Kofane. He gets a header on it, but it's wide. Palacios to Kulusevski to Kofane to Ritsu Doan. Good football from Bayer Leverkusen. And Ritsu Doan looks to find Kofane. He shoots straight at Manuel Neuer. Garcia to Kulusevski outside the box. Dejan Kulusevski. And we are now starting to control more of the game, which is good to see, as we now can look to find the equalizer. Kofane scores! Ritsu Doan puts it on a plate for our backup striker, the young Christian Kofane, who scores his third Bundesliga goals in just 6 games in what could be the breakout season for the striker. And that is a beautiful team goal by Bayer Leverkusen. Could we go to look for the lead here maybe, as Kofane finds Palacios to Ritsu Doan, who shoots. It's wide. But this is not looking good, as Luis Diaz are on the attack. He makes some step overs, a brilliant tackle by Tape, and now we could make something from all of the space we are getting here. Kulusevski to Grimaldo. Alejandro Grimaldo shoots. No, that has to go in. Luis Diaz crosses it to Olise, who is completely alone, but a fantastic save by our number 1 Ter Stegen. Olise with the cross again towards Riyad Mahrez, who is at Bayern. Back to Olise, to Ito, to Davis. Olise, what can he do? He crosses it towards Harry Kane. Tape wins it, and we get it away. Massa now, who has come on as a super sub. So has Patrick Schick, who makes the run in behind. Patrick Schick! And that was the last chance of the game, as we are now over the added time. And it ends 1-1 against Bayern Munich, a result we'll definitely take. So that draw sees us now having 22 points after 9 games, and Bayern have 20 points after 9, with Dortmund having 17. So we are leading the lead, not because Bayern Munich have had an awful start to the season, more because we have been brilliant. We are still leading the Bundesliga now after a couple of more games. We have now played 14 games. We are leading with a single point over Bayern, and RB Leipzig are now in the mix as well by being just 2 points under us. So we have them up next. That could be a huge game, a win, and we are 5 points clear of RB Leipzig. A loss, and we could fall down to 3rd place. What about the DFB Pokal? We are still in the mix here, but we have Dortmund next, so we may need to focus on that game. The Champions League is not looking good. We are yet to win a single game in the Champions League, so we could crash out of the league phase unless we manage to pick up a win against PSV up next, or the last opponent. So the Champions League has not gone good at all, but we are here to focus on the Bundesliga and the DFB Pokal. But yeah, next up is RB Leipzig, a huge game in the title race. And we don't have the best of fitness on Tapsoba, Andrich or Bade, but I'm gonna hope that it is enough to complete this game against RB Leipzig. We're going straight up the attack here with Tillman, who cuts inside, finesses it straight at the crossbar. Timo Werner using his pace against Ritsu Doan. He tries to find Terrier, our former striker, up top, who now gets the ball. Back to Timo Werner. He cuts inside. Can he get a shot off? He tries to. Tapsoba blocks, and we get it away. And now instead we can go on the attack here. Grimaldo with a beautiful ball to Tillman, who gets his second chance of the game as Gulaski saves. What an opening it's been to this game here against RB Leipzig, as Schick can't get something on it, neither can Tapsoba. Andrich is there to pick up the second ball out to Kulusevski, but Xavier Schlager gets the ball, and now RB Leipzig are looking to get on the attack. It's Campbell with a ball towards Castello Jr. He goes into the box. He cuts inside. We can't get the ball from him. Schlager shoots. Ter Stegen saves. Schlager again. He keeps the ball. Finds Murillo. Tapsoba wins. With now Murillo being up there, we could have taken advantage of it. Instead, we loses the ball, and Terrier almost scores. Doan makes the run. He gets the ball from Kulusevski, but he was offside, and this is not good. Timo Werner against a tired Andrich. Is always a race won by Timo Werner, no, but not this time. But we give it away. Terrier against his former side scores, and Andrich did superb to take the ball from Werner, but he just gives it away, and RB Leipzig have taken the lead thanks to a goal from our former striker. And RB Leipzig on the attack again. Timo Werner finds Bakayoko. Ter Stegen with a stop. Murillo shoots. Murillo misses the target. RB Leipzig on the attack again. Henriks tries to cross it. Bade wins it. Now we got space. We need to get a good chance from this one. Patrick Schick to Tillman. And Tillman, now you need to score. You can't miss from there, Tillman. And Tillman got a lot of space down his left-hand side again, but so do Patrick Schick. Patrick Schick shoots. He hits the crossbar. I can't believe it. The second time we've hit the bar this game. But now we need to take advantage of this. Patrick Schick to Ritsu Doan. Tillman is with him in the middle. The cross towards Tillman, but the header is awful. Grimaldo back to Tillman now. We need to score. Tillman to Kofane. And we don't miss this time around. And we get a late equalizer. And once again, it is Kofane who scores. And now he replaced Patrick Schick and needed just minutes before finding the equalizer. And that is brilliant attack by us again. Grimaldo to Tillman to Kofane. And in the back of the net. RB Leipzig searching for the late winner here. Bakayoko cuts inside. He finds Schlager, back to Terrier, to Schlager, to Klosterman. Ter Stegen with the stop. And it's the last chance now of the game. Just get it away. Get it away. We can't. Klosterman with another chance. Another save by Ter Stegen. And they got one last corner. Just get it away. That should be game over. The game finishes 1-1. A draw, not the best of results, but not the worst either. And with us drawing against RB Leipzig, that means Bayern Munich are now leading the Bundesliga, which is not what we want to see. But we also got to focus on the DFB Pokal because we got Borussia Dortmund in the quarterfinals. And if we advance, it will only be Bayern or RB Leipzig who are left of the big, scary teams. So a huge quarterfinal is waiting for us against Borussia Dortmund. Kulusevski has been our top scorer so far this season with scoring 12 goals. Patrick Schick has scored 6. Kofane has scored 5. Ritsu Doan has scored 4. Same for Tillman. And also Doan is leading the assist with 4 goals. Alejandro Grimaldo also got 4, while Kulusevski got 3. Tillman got 2. Ter Stegen, Bade, Tapsoba, Palacios, Garcia, Schick, Benseguir, Tella have all got 1. Up next is Dortmund, of course, in the quarterfinals of the DFB Pokal. And as we can see, Bayern Munich are out of the cup as they got knocked out by RB Leipzig. So a win here, and we don't need to face Bayern Munich. The only team we can take on is RB Leipzig. But first, we need to win against Borussia Dortmund, and that will not be an easy task. As we can see, we are struggling with the fitness of our center backs once again. So we definitely need to sign some center backs in this summer, as we only got Tape and Kwanzaa as well. So we have some issues with the center back depth. But that's something we need to fix in the summer. We can't use energy on that now, as we are also outside of the transfer market. But yeah, this is the team that will take on Dortmund in the quarterfinals. A huge game for us to get the chance to get our hands on our first trophy, even though it's just the quarterfinals as of now. And Kofane is making the run against Schlotterbeck here. Kofane, who gets the start in the quarterfinals of the DFB Pokal, is looking to make impact once again. He's of course already scored against Bayern Munich and RB Leipzig so far this season, so a goal against Dortmund wouldn't be a big surprise. However, we almost score with Alex Garcia. Can we create something from the corner? Grimaldo towards Kulusevski. Can't get head on it. Tillman. A brilliant stop by Kobel. Afif for Dortmund going into the box. Finding Bayer. A huge stop by Ter Stegen. Tillman. Alex Garcia. Kofane makes the run. He gets the ball. Kulusevski and Tillman is with him. He finds Tillman. Back to Kofane. He shoots. He scores. And Kofane with yet another big goal against a big opponent, as he scored his second goal in 2 DFB Pokal games. And this is a brilliant finish by the young striker, combining well with Tillman and finesses it into the far corner. Dortmund looking to equalize straight away, and Mecha, a big stop by Tape in the defense. Kulusevski to Palacios. Ritsu Doan is making the run down the wing. He gets the ball. Ritsu Doan, he cuts behind the defenders. That is fantastic from Doan. A stop by Kobel again. Alex Garcia just getting past everyone in the Dortmund team here. He shoots Kobel with the stop again. Kofane to Andrić, who tries the volley, and Kobel with what is like his 5th or 6th save so far. And that was a decent chance by Captain Andrić. However, can we create something from the corner? Garcia crosses it towards Kulusevski. Can't win the header. And that is a good ball by Guirassy to Afif and Ter Stegen with the stop. It's a proper goalkeeper duel here at Bay Arena. However, one goalkeeper has conceded, and that is not Ter Stegen. Guirassy to Chukwueze, back to Guirassy, and he scores. And Dortmund have equalized in the 71st minute, as Guirassy of course had to get involved in this game as well. It's now 1-1 with 20 minutes left to go. And now is Elmecha who shoots. It's wide, and we are now lucky to not be behind. And that is it for the first 90 minutes. Unless Dortmund are gonna do it now. Thankfully they will not. It's going to extra time. Unless it's it's extra time in the quarterfinal, of the DFB Pokal. Jan Couto finds Adeyemi and Tapsoba with a world-class tackle. And that tackle by Tapsoba could start an late attack here for us. It's Tillman looking to find Kofane, but that cross from Tillman is awful. And now Dortmund can potentially get an attack here. Guirassy to Afif. Back to Sabitzer. We are all over the place to Guirassy. He shoots, he scores. And Dortmund are leading 2-1 in extra time. And we only got 16 minutes left to go. So we need to score now. And this is not what we wanted to see. Kulusevski to Grimaldo. Grimaldo back to Kulusevski, who shoots. But Schlotterbeck stops him at the right time. And that is an outrageous block by Schlotterbeck. Ben Seguir, he shoots. Anton stops him now. That could have gone in if Anton wasn't stood in the way. And yeah, it's just looking like it won't be our night here unless we can create something now. Massa, Ben Seguir, we give it away. And we have just gone all out attack as now Dortmund get another chance. Daniel Svensson, Ter Stegen saves it. Just a few more minutes now. We need to get the ball up now if we want to have another chance, and we do so. Ben Seguir got fresh legs, so maybe that's something we can take the advantage of. Kofane to Ben Seguir. This could be the chance. This could be the chance. This could be the chance. It is. Kofane equalized right at the end, and the quarterfinal of the DFB Pokal is going to penalty shootout. And what a goal that is by Kofane. We had one last chance and we took it to perfection as the two big talents in Leverkusen combining well. But that finish is just insane on the volley in the 120th minute. Puts it past Kobel. So penalty shootout it is. If we've done all this to lose on penalties, I will be heartbroken. But yeah, we have been through some penalty shootouts in earlier saves. Some has gone well, some have gone poorly, as Tapsoba starts on the good side. Emre Can looking to score for Dortmund. Ter Stegen goes to the right, Can goes middle. Dejan Kulusevski, can he score? No, he cannot. Guirassy looking to give Dortmund the lead in the shootout, and he misses the target. And now we can score and take the lead despite having one more shot with Ben Seguir. We score. Marcel Sabitzer against Ter Stegen. Ter Stegen goes the right way and saves it. And now Kofane scored a brace in the game, can score in the penalty shootout as well. He does. And a save here from Mark Ter Stegen means that Bayer Leverkusen are through to the semi-finals of the DFB Pokal. Ter Stegen stays in the middle. Adeyemi misses the target. And we have won on penalty shootouts as Adeyemi with an awful penalty. And Ter Stegen is the hero in the penalty shootout, despite Dortmund missing two on target. And what a dramatic quarterfinal run that was against Dortmund. But we did our part and we are through to the semi-finals. And we will take on Union Berlin away from home in the semi-finals. So we have a good chance to reach the final, which will most likely be against RB Leipzig. Let's take a look at where Union Berlin are on the table. And they are fourth I didn't know they were this good. I thought they would be like in the relegation zone, but no. Union Berlin are actually a top side, so it will not be an easy game at all. So Union Berlin away from home in the DFB Pokal. Are they still fourth in the league? Yeah, no, they are not. They are fifth, but they have the same amount of points as RB Leipzig. We are still in the title race as well, but Bayern are leading the league with 1 single point, but a huge semi-final against Union Berlin away from home. Of course, as we can see, RB Leipzig have won their semi-final against 1816 Munich. How are we doing in the Champions League? We are out, as we got knocked out in the playoffs to Chelsea, as we barely got through to the knockout rounds by finishing in the last place. That would advance to the next round. But now the DFB Pokal, huge game against Union Berlin. A win here and we are in the final. A loss and we only have the chance to win the Bundesliga. And this is not looking good. Union Berlin on the attack. Skarke, what can he do? He crosses it towards no one as Andrich won that header. Tillman makes the run. Kulusevski finds Tillman. A poor touch from Tillman. He goes back to Kulusevski, who shoots, and what a rocket in the crossbar, and the rebound is saved by Rønnev. Ansa to Skarke. Skarke shoots. Skarke scores, and Union Berlin have taken the lead in the semi-finals, and this is not going to plan after the first 20 minutes. And we give the ball away, and Skarke looking to double the lead. It was Bade who gave it away. Skarke in the box. Thankfully Tapsoba wins it, but we are now really struggling under the pressure. Skarke once again, he's caused us a lot of problems. Cross to Ansa. Ansa wins it. Thankfully it's wide. Kral to Ansa. Once again Union Berlin are going in the attack and they have doubled their lead, and we are just completely falling apart. They are getting so much room in the attack, and seems like we will go out of the semifinals unless we wake up now. But then we need to score at least 2 goals. Ritsu Doan to Patrick Schick. Schick to Tillman. Tillman gets past half a player, I guess, to Kulusevski. To Ritsu Doan, shoots. Rønnev with another save. Doan wins it. Can Patrick Schick make a good run? Doan goes himself instead. Kulusevski is with him. Kulusevski gets the ball. He finds Patrick Schick in the middle, and we have found a goal at least, and it's now 2-1. We are back in the game. We no need to celebrate. Schick, mate, we are under 2-1. Kulusevski picks it up. Can we maybe get 2 back-to-back goals straight away from Berlin's kickoff? Kulusevski to Palacios. Palacios to Garcia, who shoots. We are just keeping the pressure here. We have been a completely different side in the second half. Grimaldo made a good run, but Tillman couldn't find him. Kral to Young, who shoots. Ter Stegen with a crucial save. Tillman to Kofane, who is here to try and save the day again. Out back to Tillman. Kofane makes the run in the middle. Can he get something on it? He can! And he absolutely destroys the crossbar, and that was a dream hit once again by Kofane. But once again the crossbar is in the way for like the 3rd time in what is like 3 games for us. And that was so close for Kofane to score yet another huge goal for us. Garcia, Kofane to Tillman. Grimaldo is here. Grimaldo, he shoots. Rønnev with a crucial save again, and he's been on fire today. Can we get something from the corner? Garcia crosses it towards Tillman. He heads it, but it's an awful header. Kwanzaa is there. Kofane shoots. Kofane could not score. And we maybe have just one last chance here to get something from this game. Grimaldo looking to find Kofane. He shoots straight at Rønnev. We got one last chance. It's a corner kick. We need to score here if we want to have a slight chance to even get to the final. Garcia towards Tapsoba. He heads it, but he hits the post. And Union Berlin are through, while Bayer Leverkusen are out of the DFB Pokal. Never mind, we got one last chance here. What is going on? Tillman, can he win it? He can't. Kwanzaa heads it back in. Tillman tries to shoot, but Tueki wins it, and that's it. We are now officially out, and that is a big disappointment. And I had the hope that we could win the DFB Pokal in our first season here at Leverkusen. Instead, we go out in the semi-finals, so no matter what happens in the Bundesliga, we at least got to stay here at Leverkusen for at least one more season, although that was expected, but I was hoping to complete the DFB Pokal straight away. And unfortunately, despite us ending the season with 4 wins in the league, it is Bayern Munich who have won the Bundesliga. As we can see, we had a fantastic season by getting 80 points. However, Bayern had an even better season by reaching 81 points, which means we managed to tick off a total of 0 trophies in season number 1 here of the Glory Hunter Challenge. And yeah, I can't be disappointing at all with our Bundesliga run. We had a very good season. However, it's just that Bayern were better than us. Hopefully next season we can at least win one of the Bundesliga or the DFB Pokal, as we of course got knocked out in the semifinals of the DFB Pokal. Let's just get simulated a couple of more days so we can see who actually wins the different competitions. So the competition we were eyeing to win out in the first season was actually won by Union Berlin, who beat us, of course, in the semi-final. They won on penalties against RB Leipzig in what looked to be an insane final, ending 4-4. The Champions League was won by Barcelona, as we of course got knocked out in the playoffs, so we had no chance of winning that. We were a single point away, or 2 points away from winning the Bundesliga, and we came to the semifinals of the DFB Pokal. So all in all, it wasn't a bad season for us. It's just that we weren't good enough to win one of the trophies. So we are yet to win anything in Germany. We have to win the Bundesliga and the DFB Pokal. And looking at the team, I don't think we will have any issues winning both of those trophies in the very near future. We know we need to sign at least one more center back, because all of our center back were completely gone in the previous season in multiple games. So we need at least one center back, potentially 2 as well. The rest of the teams, however, I am very, very happy with. I don't think I want to focus on anything other than center backs next season, but that's something we will take a look at in the summer. Kulusevski has gone up 2 ratings when I changed his position to an attacking midfielder. Tillman has grown well, Grimaldo up to 86. Tapsoba's gone up a couple of ratings, Bade as well. Ter Stegen has actually gone up a rating as well. So the team has grown very well in this first season, and I got to say Kofane has impressed me a lot in the few games I used him. And of course, Eshveri is leaving at the end of the season. He was of course on loan and he barely played, just 8 games. However, he scored 4 goals, which is kind of impressive, but he will not be here for the next season. And we also have a lot of players coming back on loan, such as Kovar, Hincapie as well. I will potentially sell Hincapie if Arsenal come in for him. If not, I could be open to the idea of keeping the centre back. But let's just go through the stats of our players now, as Ter Stegen played 48 games, kept just 6 clean sheets. So we weren't the best team going defensively. Tape played 18 games, Andrich played 43 games, scored 4 goals actually. Tapsoba, Bade played a lot as well. Konsa also got 38 games, as he's gone up 3 ratings. Vasquez gone down 4 ratings, played just 8 games. Fernandez played a single game. He's probably ready to be a centre mid. No, he is not ready to be developed into a centre midfielder yet. Grimaldo, just 3 goals and 7 assists is a bit disappointing. 2 and 4 from Garcia's probably had an injury, same for Palacios, I guess, as they haven't played too much. Massa played 15 games, 0 goal contributions. Kulusevski, 47 games, 22 goals, 10 assists is fantastic from what seems to be our key player this first season. 6 and 7 from Tillman, 9 goals and 3 assists from Ben Seguir. 11 goals, 9 assists from Doan, 2 and 1 from Tella. Kofane scored 12 goals in just 22 games, is very good. 19 goals and 2 assists from Cheek. And we can see Boniface is also coming back next season. I will potentially cash in on him. I am a bit unsure. But yeah, we will take all the transfer stuff next season. And we can see that we have had a bid accepted from Arsenal actually. So I think, if I'm not going completely crazy and he had a release clause, that Arsenal actually activated a buy option for him. If that is a new feature in the game, I got to say fair play EA, because that's a fantastic addition to the game. I didn't know it was a thing, but it seems like Hincapie will leave the club in the summer, as he will move to Arsenal. But yeah, it was a bit disappointing maybe that we didn't win a single trophy in the first season here at Bayer Leverkusen. But I didn't really expect to win the Bundesliga, but as we put up such a good fight, it would have been nice to at least take one of them off of the Bundesliga and the DFB Pokal. But we are not in any rush yet, as we are of course in just season 1 of the Glory Hunter. Hopefully we can win something next season. But I hope you enjoyed the first season of the Glory Hunter Challenge. If you did, please leave a like and subscribe if you want to see more, and I will talk to you guys next time.